done with that.
I'd like to make an entrance.
Thank you. Hey.
I'll just take it down to him, I guess. Pardon me?
I said, I can see if he gets it. Yes, the steer's back. She can Nobody said they could use
Anybody that just walked in on one of these, I made more copies, sorry. Sorry.
Just feeding, watering, and this is just a full-time job. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of normal. Well, you know, kids, it's going to be dry. You just put those back there.
It's okay?
What's that?
It's okay?
It's okay.
Yeah.
And I don't like paying them when you put it.
It's still with her.
I'd like to call the meeting of the Huntington Township Board of Supervisors to order and ask if you'll join me in the pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. If you'll join me in a moment of silence, please. Thank you. Public comment on agenda items? Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I'd like to comment about the raises that are going to be,
Pardon me?
the raises that are going to be approved for supervisors and all that. I'd like to comment on that. And I just was wondering, how much do you get compensated for your jobs as supervisors?
Not very much.
Isn't it somewhere around $1,800 a year?
You don't know what you're compensated? Because I'd like to state my feelings on this. The financial stewardship regarding taxpayers' funds by our township supervisors has been very poor. This proof lies in the fact that our funds are depleted to dangerous low. So I don't believe you should be rewarded with an increase, unfortunately.
Could you speak up? I can't hear you.
And
Thank you.
I
Duly
also
noted.
wanted to say that as far as the secretary, I know she has walked into a lot of disarray here with no one to train her. But I think there's a lot she needs to gain knowledge in. And I don't know the fact of the open records, some of the things that have been done, if I may mention some of the things I'm aware of right now. Residents are being charged for records sent via email, which I called the OOR department. I called them and they said that they're not supposed to be charged. There's the only reason would be redactions, making large maps. I think it would be good if we would go over those things about the, I talked about at one time the right to know laws and how you could put in right to know request. And there are things on here, fee limitations, that I understand some people were charged for time spent by the records officer, the open records officer, when it says no fees can be charged. Also, prepayment is only for the records that would amount to about over $100. So then you could request partial payment for turning over those records. These things can be found online, and I do believe you could contact PSATs for some of your questions, and you could actually, I called the OOR, the Office of Open Records, and they were very helpful. I asked them questions if I was reading this correctly, and they pointed out that I was reading what I have read was correct. And so I don't think it's being followed correctly here. And I think we need to make some adjustments.
We will turn that over to our solicitor for his comment. Thank you. Next is approve the, are there any others? I didn't see any others. No others? Approve the January 5th reorganizational meeting minutes.
I reviewed them and I have no issues with them. I'll recommend that we approve the minutes as stated.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Been moved
Could you
and
repeat
second.
that? I didn't hear what
All
he
those in
said.
favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries.
I made a
We
motion
can't
to
hear you.
approve
We
the
can't hear you, you know.
reorganizational minutes.
Okay, thank you. If you can speak up.
Minutes for the regular Board of Supervisors meeting, which was held after the reorganizational meeting. Any comments?
Sounds the same.
I have nothing.
I make a motion, we approve the minutes as stated for the regular meeting.
Now seconded.
Been moved in second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Next is the bill list. Bill list has been circulated. Do I hear a motion to accept the bill list?
I'll accept, make the motion to accept the bill list.
Is there a second?
I will second it.
Been moved in second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries.
Question? This bill list, it's for February 12th. Is this just for the month of January, or is there overlapping time for December, February? Exactly, what is the schedule?
It runs from the last meeting till now.
From meeting to meeting.
From meeting to meeting, thank you. So that's 1 month. How long is it sustainable for this township to have bills in the amount of $70,000?
Well, if you check, you'll see that there are yearly bills on there.
Mm-hmm.
There is a bill on there for a new furnace that was put in.
I saw that.
And insurance is a large pay.
Which is a yearly bill.
I have a question. Are you finished?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. The Adams County Tax Services, what is that bill, what is that bill for? Does anybody know why we paid them $790.63?
Oh, that is our portion of them sending out delinquent tax bills and like envelopes and paper
Okay,
and the postage.
okay, thank you.
I have a question, where is the heating bill?
Back, $6,000 down payment.
I don't have that.
Here's one.
And-
Here's one. Mark.
Sorry, did I staple them wrong? Sorry.
It's all right, you missed the.
Oh, you know what? I
You missed the
didn't,
back.
I missed the back, I'm
Thank you.
sorry.
Yeah, that thing's been here for a long time. Okay, good, thank you, now I
All
understand.
right, thank you.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Yes.
How are you guys? Happy Valentine's Day. Happy birthday to Abraham Lincoln today. I just think this treasurer's report has a lot to be desired. Normal treasurers do income and expenses, okay? There's no breakdown of revenue. We have no idea now whether the revenue of this year is the same as last year, is higher or lower. When are we gonna run out of money? I just think there's no transparency here for me. And
You
this
asked
is-
that question last month. We checked into it. These statements that we make have been the statements we've been making for years.
No, they're not.
Nothing has changed.
This has not been the way that you present the treasurer's report in the past.
So the financial report
I have some
is something,
concerns.
is the next item on the agenda. Any questions on that?
Gentlemen.
I have questions on the financial report. First of all, I think these reports are the most important item on the agenda. In light of what we've seen in Minnesota with taxpayers' funds being stolen in billions of dollars, it's nothing to laugh about. If I was living in that state, I'd be outraged that my money was stolen like that. We had Doge discover lots of fraud and abuse. And I just believe the residents need to know the financial health of our township. I did some research, and I have a lot of things to say about what I found. But I want to know why the treasurer does not give an oral report to the public.
It's printed.
Huh?
It's printed. Why would we give an
Okay.
oral report?
I don't always get here to the meeting. You spend a lot of money on these cameras and audio to live stream. That is not shown. So the people at home have no idea what that says.
They're welcome to
There's
come
no
anytime.
I agree with Betsy, there's no transparency. And government is supposed to be transparent.
You're dealing
That's
with
why
our
you don't
taxpayers' money.
deserve raises. And I'm not going to say, did anybody else ever, I have 4 questions here. I agree with Betsy that
We can answer
the
questions.
sources should be on, what are you whispering
The-
about? Are you paying attention to my concerns and my questions?
Well,
I'm sorry.
the public comment portion at the beginning of the meeting is to address
I have
agenda
a
items.
question on this.
Okay.
I
Okay,
wanna know
but you
why
didn't
we're not
ask them at the
following
beginning,
Government accounting standards.
what government accounting standards are we not following?
There is the GASB. All state and local governments must abide by these accounting standards. Are we following them here?
Yes,
My question.
I go to a lot of these meetings. Most of them, I've never even seen a financial report that they provide. They don't hand them out to people in the audience. All of the records, bank statements from all the accounts are all available through a right to know request.
I just think
Yeah, we
we
have to do
are
that.
responsible. It says here, government financial reporting is a critical process for ensuring transparency, accountability, and fiscal sustainability by providing detailed information on revenue, expenses, assets, and liabilities to the public. Notice, first, Congress and stakeholders. Why isn't the public of our township giving a more detailed account of the finances of this township? After all, it is our money that you're spending and using, the taxpayer money. And I don't care what other townships do. They probably don't care. Maybe people don't care. But people up here need to care about
Ma'am,
this. And you
How
need to
much,
follow
how much
government
tax money do
standards.
you pay to
You have
Huntington
no right to
Township?
ask her that.
What
Why
did
is
you
that?
say? I didn't even-
We're not here to be questioned. You are the elected officials,
We do
not us.
We
We're
do
your
not
board of
collect the tax,
directors.
ma'am.
Yeah,
We do not collect the tax.
We have no idea if you did or not, but you don't
dollars.
display
You
it.
spend it. Where's this money coming from that comes in as revenues?
Paul, may I talk?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, property salvable tax collector. I've said that at another meeting, and you guys didn't like the answer there. But the only tax that Huntington Township gets from you as a resident is the $5 half of the per capita tax in the spring. They collect nothing else. They don't get half of the per capita tax in the school. They don't have a real estate tax. We don't have a fire tax. We don't have an occupation tax. $5. And if you pay in discount, it's $4.80.
You keep saying that, but I pay state tax. I
That,
draw
we are
tax.
not state.
Where do you get the money from? The state.
We get the money from the county also.
this shows you they know nothing about the county.
That's from your,
Yeah, that's revenue that comes into the township.
Yeah.
that's, yes, it is
It's not a tax that
it
we put
is,
on,
it is
State.
from, taken off of your paycheck.
right, that's where our main income.
I paid for years. Every paycheck. Here
Yeah,
was
I did too.
deducted.
I still
My question
do.
is, because that's another question on here.
You're not supposed to be asking me questions. You're only supposed to
Okay,
be
I'll
Wait a
directing to
minute,
the
you interrupted
camera.
her
You
discussion.
interrupted me.
I asked to talk.
You don't have a right to, she had the floor.
Can we just?
But anyway,
Oh my
I
God.
want to know
These people.
if the
Such a
business people and
We've been,
and the farmers
you've been
also
talking
paying
for
for
much longer than 3 minutes. We are going
She
to cut
has
this off.
questions.
And we are
You
going,
told us
We
over
are
the
going
last
on with
months
the
that we're not
agenda.
allowed to ask questions at the beginning of the meeting.
we are, that's what the
No,
solicitor said.
you instructed Mr. Waldron. Public comment is not for questions. It's when you're discussing the finances, that's when we have questions. When are we supposed to get our questions answered?
We're not supposed to answer questions at any time
Oh,
during the
really?
meeting.
But you don't want right-to-know requests either. And you don't handle those properly. And the attorney's making hand over fist because Julie Dinges, the ORO, has to constantly go to him for questions and answers. None of you know any questions about open records, I'm sure. And how long have you been here at this township, running it? So don't,
Don't answer.
Thank you. We're going to move on.
well, that's interesting,
The
so.
roadmaster's report, Chuck is sick today, and he has left the roadmaster's report, which I will read.
so I won't get my
There was
question
winter
answered.
maintenance done with the storms that came through the past month, building maintenance during colder days, painted the secretary's office and assisted where needed with the heating system that was installed. Any of the supervisors have anything?
No, I have one.
I have nothing, so we'll move to the zoning officers and engineers report.
Pretty slow month. We had one building permit and one zoning permit in January. We have one plan under review, a one-lot subdivision for Townsend. It's on the corner of the borough, the Lattimore Township and Huntington Township. Not on the paper, we also received a request for a special exception for the go-kart racing on South Ridge Road. No date for a hearing has been determined yet. And I'd like to ask to look into rewriting the driveway and sidewalk ordinance to align with our new driveway standards in the land development ordinance. Right now, there's no design standards.
So I will make a motion that we re-look at those ordinances to bring them up to date with the new subdivision and land development plan. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Been moved in second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries.
All right, thank you. And that's all I have.
All right, thank you.
Paul, real quick, on the special exception, the township can be a party if you want to be, but you don't have to be. In talking with Scott, he doesn't think that it's necessary for me to appear on behalf of the township, but it's up to you guys to decide if you want me to appear on behalf of the township. We don't know a date yet, so I just wanted to address it in case the meeting gets held before our next township meeting.
Do you guys have anything to say about that?
What is the framework of the special exception?
It's a special exception request for a use that's not provided for anywhere else, correct, Scott? For basically putting in their little go-kart racing track that they previously proposed as a private club, but that was denied by the zoning hearing board as that they didn't consider it that use.
Well, now this special exception, will the zoning hearing board be hearing that as well?
Yeah, zoning hearing board hears the special exception hearing.
Has there ever been any discussion on the noise of a go-kart?
Yes, there has
Yes.
been.
That would be discussed at the zoning hearing board.
I was just asking if.
So there's gonna be a public hearing about it.
Oh, there is?
Yes, we don't know when yet.
Okay,
The zoning hearing board solicitor sets that with the zoning hearing.
okay.
In their conversation with the planning commission last meeting, they said there was less noise from the go-karts than from the Route 15 traveling next to it. Yes.
I have a question concerning the zoning permit officer. Back in April, when Gus Vindenvalls was terminated, in May, you voted to appoint him zoning. That was a stopgap. It was, we needed someone in a hurry, we're going to pay him $103 an hour. And there was supposed to be some sort of alternate to research who else you could get. It's 10 months already. We're paying him $103, and in January, at the organizational meeting, I had asked what we're going to be paying him for this year. You said it would be posted, I didn't see anything posted. But this $103 is totally out of line. In doing research and in checking with the right to know request for Butler Township, I found out that they use Mr. Zarig at $50 an hour. So was there any research or?
Yes, we researched with him. He is the only one in the county that does that work, and he is not interested in doing any more work.
Okay.
Just for clarification, Jim Zerfing is their building code officer. Their zoning officer is Wayne Smith.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're right,
Yes.
I apologize, yeah. I checked but if you Google, the going rate for a zoning officer is $50. That's the top rate here in Pennsylvania. So I don't know how long we're going to have this will be sustainable for this township to be. Now, what is his rate effective this year? I didn't hear you.
As far as I know, it's the same.
It's the same.
Will the township consider doing a cost analysis on this? Because I'm sure.
If you can give us somebody who will do that job for less, we will think about it and we will discuss it and we will act on it. We have not found anybody who is interested in the job.
The size of
Thank
this
you.
township, according to the census, we have 2,395 residents in this township.
That could very well be. The
Now,
NREMA
if
meeting
that's a
is
very
scheduled for
small
March. They had a digital vote to include Vendorsville, which will be acted on at the March meeting in public record. There's no old business. We'll go on to new business. I will make a motion, we appoint Julie Dingus as our delegate to the PSATS convention. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Been moved in second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Question, how much is that costing?
How much is what cost?
Costs me nothing.
I can't hear any of you. I'm sorry, I have an hearing issue, and
Well,
I've
then I
been asked.
suggest you get a hearing aid.
Wow.
Excuse me. You will now receive an ADA request, and you have to provide me with proper hearing here. Okay? You're smart, you're a very smart aleck person. You are the most despicable group of people I have ever met as elected officials.
I do
So,
not
I'd
know
like
what
to
the
know-
cost of the convention is. Whatever expenses there are, we have paid forever for a delegate for the
That's fine,
PSATS
but-
convention. I do not know what they are. When we know what they are, we will give you that information.
And what exactly goes on at the convention? Like, are there classes or
Yes.
workshops, exactly what
Yes.
is?
All of the above.
Mark, would you like to tell them what goes on at the convention? Since
No,
you've been our
he's not an
delegate for
employee.
many years.
He's not an employee. I want to hear it from an elected official.
I
What is
have
wrong with
never
you?
been there. I have no idea what they do.
Okay, is there a program That was
Yes.
received by the secretary. Does
Yes.
she not know what's on the itinerary for the convention?
I do not. I have no idea what meetings are happening yet. It hasn't been announced.
Okay, thank you. That's all I needed.
You do know.
All that for, I don't know. That's fine.
The heating system went down last week. We had,
Probably before that.
week before that? Oh,
No,
oh,
probably
Probably before
way
that,
before
yes. Our electric bill was up, and there was backup electric from the from the, whatever, the
air pump.
heat pump.
Yeah.
Heat pump. And the electric bill went up, so it was probably bad before we noticed it. We got 2 bids and accepted the lowest one, and that was from Enzer and Sowers. They installed it on Friday. You can see in the bill list that approximately half of the bid was
It's a little
Paid.
more. It's a little more than half.
We get the bill,
It's
Yes.
about 10-2.
10-4.
10-4. The bill, their full bill is about 10-4.
You guys should make a motion to ratify the purchase of it. It was done obviously because of
It
an
was
emergency
emergency.
situation, but you should still approve it, to ratify it.
I'll make the motion to ratify replacing the heating system.
I'll
That
second,
failed.
I'll second it.
been moved in second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Next is secretarial pay. I neglected at the reorganizational meeting to state what her pay was. We made her appointment, and I will make a motion that her pay be $25.50 an hour, plus benefits, retroactive to January the 2nd. Is there a second?
I will second it.
Been moved in second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? No. Motion carries. Yes, Mark?
Can I ask a question? Just,
Yes.
before we had, like a couple people in the office, is she the only one in the office now?
Yes,
Okay,
she is the
so-
only one in the office.
So it really probably is costing much more now since you got one person instead of 2,
Correct.
or, okay, just
Yep.
one.
Yes.
We were in, what was it, September, Mr. Boyer indicated her pay was going to be about 35 or 36,000, and it was salaried.
That's correct.
Is it now going to hourly?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Is there an increase?
An increase,
Was there an increase in the pay? Yes,
Yes.
over the salary.
Yes.
yes.
And how much was that?
Depends on how many hours she has to work.
Okay. Why was the change made?
Because she was working many more hours than what we anticipated, because there were things that weren't completed and things that weren't done and new things that she had to learn, and time was spent. And like Mark said, there's only one person there now, not 3.
And is she working every day, or? Like
Yeah.
full-time every day?
I am here at 7:30. I don't typically leave until 4 o'clock.
Okay, so Monday through Friday?
I don't work Fridays, but
Oh, okay.
I have been working Fridays.
Okay, right. Okay, just wondering. So then the office is open, if someone wants to come in?
It's still open by appointment.
Uh,
Yeah. It's on the website, open by appointment. There's a doorbell out there. I just keep the door locked.
okay, but say if I stop in the middle of the day,
Absolutely.
run the doorbell, you
Yep.
can let me in?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Next is consider the ordinance to pay increase to the supervisors, and our solicitor will talk about that.
So, it was October of 2024, the state legislature passed a law allowing for an increase in pay for township supervisors. It was shortly after the increase in pay for township auditors. I think it was mentioned at a meeting, but no action was taken. And Julie, I guess in reading something in PSAT, saw it again. So I just wanted, or she said we should bring it up at least for your consideration, that you would adopt an ordinance to raise it based on the amount of people, which, like was mentioned earlier, it's a little under 2,500 people. It allows the supervisors to be paid annually $3,145 a year. Would be the new rate.
And that goes to new supervisors who are starting their term, which is myself, and I will recuse myself.
Well, no, it wouldn't count because you were already elected, and this isn't going to go into effect till after.
Oh, okay, so we're still, nobody's gonna get it till the
Nobody
next.
would get it until
Till
the
the-
next election.
until the-
Okay,
Yeah.
But that's the maximum
Okay, that's
amount.
the
The
maximum.
3,145 is the maximum. Yes.
So we're at like 1875 or something now, and then you can go up to 3,100.
Correct.
okay.
Is that based on revenues, or how do they determine
State.
Population.
population?
Basically between, I think it's just 0 to 4,999 is the 3,145 figure.
And this township has less than half of that. So why shouldn't the max for someone in such a small township like this pay the max of, like somebody who has a population of the 4,999? I think they should only get half. My personal opinion.
They still gotta do the work. Still gotta do the work. Should be fair, I mean, yeah. Whether it's half the people, I mean, it's still gotta do the work.
I wasn't even allowed to ask my
What's your
questions
opinion?
tonight, so, I mean.
So just for clarification, at this point, it's just to consider advertising the ordinance for adoption because an ordinance has to be advertised first, so we couldn't do it at this meeting.
I make a motion that we advertise the ordinance to be considered. Is there a second?
I will second it.
Been moved and second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Next is close the payroll account and eliminate transferring money from the payroll account, from the general fund to the payroll account, and just use the general fund for all our business. And I will make a motion that we do that.
I will second it.
Been moved in second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries.
I would recommend checking out that government accounting standard for that. Why, it was separate before, but now you want to combine it, so maybe that might be a little iffy. There are standards that you have to abide by.
There's a vacant seat on the planning commission. The
Paul?
planning commission,
Wait.
Excuse me, Paul. The planning commission did receive 2 letters of interest, one from Cody Lear and one from Carl Leach on South Ridge Road. After discussion, the planning commission recommends Cody Lear for that empty position.
the planning commission has proposed Cody Lear, so I need a motion to either approve or deny that proposal.
I will make that motion to appoint Cody Lear to the planning commission.
I will second it.
Been moved in second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries.
Congratulations, Cody.
Thank you guys, I appreciate that.
Next, as we tabled some of the representatives at the reorganizational meeting, I will make a motion to appoint Ron Resch to represent us at the Adams County Transportation Planning Committee. Is there a second?
I will second.
Been moved and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Subdivision and land developments, none under review. Planning Commission meeting will be Monday, February the 23rd at 7. The next supervisors meeting will be March the 12th at 7. The NAREMA meeting will be Wednesday, March the 4th at 6 at Biglerville Borough Office. Public comment. Yes.
Okay, on December 15th, I submitted a right-to-know request for Julie Dinge's application and resume. On the 17th, she denied and indicated it was an exception under 65 PS, section 67.708B, subsection B, subsection 7. She is misreading the exceptions. And just recently, after I researched it again to make sure I'm correct, the only people that are in the exception are the applicants who were not hired. And there have been very many final determinations by the Office of Open Records that state this. One going back as far as 2009, and that was Selinger versus Scranton. So she is misreading it, and I know the attorney's office has researched, and I am going to be resubmitting it, and I expect to receive it. If not, I will appeal it. And this attorney can make a lot more money, okay? And the fact that, also, I just received John Denicola's, I had requested all of his right-to-know requests. I received one of those before I left for the meeting. I quickly looked for it, at it, and on her pay stubs that was requested, she had blocked out her home address and her finance, what was paid to federal government, etc., which is finances that our taxpayers pay, tax funds pay for. So I looked up the redaction, and the only home addresses that can be redacted under the open records is for judges, law enforcement, and undercover law enforcement. So you have to prove that Julie is a judge or a law enforcement officer to deny or to redact that home address. So, as I said, she needs training, and I'm all for that. Everybody's new at a job. But the fact that we know nothing about her background, if she has an accounting or anything of that sort, and she's handling financial reports. So I also want to state that back in January 19th, she indicated to me that I could come in for the Diller file. The 2 days and the time she gave me at 8:30 in the morning was not convenient. So she had suggested the following week. I sent her an email and I haven't heard from her since.
Yes.
Okay, there have been numerous Sunshine Act violations. We were told some of these violations were due to errors of the township website providers. I want to know, do we have a contract with this provider, and if so, is there a clause in the contract addressing errors that cause a violation of the law? Because this township can be fined, and as supervisors, you can be individually fined for these violations. So, do we have an answer to that? Do we have a contract?
With Misfits, yes.
Okay, does it have a clause about errors that cause violations of the law?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Well, is the township considering looking for another provider that could provide us with better service?
I just have a comment quick. When I was supervisor, I thought we were not allowed to be, no one can sue us individually as a supervisor. Am I right about that?
I think
You have to be sued as a board. There's some kind of
typically,
protection.
the Sunshine Act, I do believe allows for like deliberate and willful violations that an
Well-
individual could be criminally charged. I
Yeah.
assume that's what she's referring to. But generally, there's governmental immunity and they get sued as a board.
Right, I mean, if you did obviously something that
Yeah.
off the law, obviously you could be, but as a board, I think you're personally, there's protection in there as an individual supervisor. I just thought I'd make that, that's how I was all understood it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, is the land development plan, is that available on the website that you all were talking about?
You mean subdivision and land development ordinance?
Well, you all called it the land development plan.
Yeah, land development plans are public record.
And it's available on the website,
No, we don't
No,
scan
you
plans
have-
and put them on the website.
You'd have to ask.
so it has to be the right to know. Go that route.
Or you can just come
Or
to
you
my
can just-
office and ask.
Yeah, the plans are always on file, aren't they?
It's a book image.
Roxy?
I just want to say that when I was talking about taxes, I felt like I was attacked by some of the members of the audience.
Thank you.
I just have some questions for the Board of Supervisors. What are the goals and top priorities of the supervisors for 2026?
I think, ma'am, that you have went over your 3 minutes, and we are going to cut this off.
These are
Is
questions.
there any other questions? Yes.
Comments.
I will be talking
Comments?
to my state rep.
Cody?
I just have one that's very small, at least from my point of view. When it comes to the financial report, I think what started everybody getting more deep into it than it should be is we always used to have at the bottom here, 1 year ago, 5 years ago, and 10 years ago. At least from my point of view, that was always there. And for us that have been coming here for a long time, this number's substantially lower than it always has been, for whatever
Yeah.
reasons that may be.
Yeah.
But-
You are correct at that, and we will look into that
We could
and
put that on
and
there.
see if we can do that.
I think you would avoid some
And-
of what transpired this evening.
Like you said, we have spent $500,000 on 2 culverts.
And I understand that, but some of those decisions may not have been the best ones, so.
Yeah,
Mark?
Because I would say we've done that lots of times, but there was a lot of equipment and stuff that was purchased. I think there was too many things bought all at one time, from what I've seen, just too much money spent.
My concern is, to Roxy's point, we are very fortunate, we do not have a township tax in this township. That is not a common thing in Pennsylvania. Almost every township has township tax. We have made it many, 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 many years without that, but we may be heading down the road where we're gonna lose that, and that shouldn't be happening. So, I think from a step back point of view, without getting irritated, if we can look at it that way, and small things like that will avoid tension and issues as some that happens.
Thank you. At this time, I'll make a motion we adjourn.
There was a question here.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
A second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries.
Can we just turn it off or just let this stay?
I guess my concern was redundant. Did they say this was redundant? Or did it say it's always good?
No, nothing's been done. Is there a certain plan that you want to take out?
No, I know there's been some discussion about the media, the data centers and stuff like that. So, if they're keeping up with the times.
Well, we're working on the zoning ordinance now. Yeah, working on that.
Should ask if anyone wanted to be an auditor. Judges ask me.
After sitting through this meeting,
You want to be an auditor? Well, you can resign from this and become an auditor.
Yeah.
You just can't be both.
I think as far as my discussion with Julie, we've just pretty well gone through everybody we thought might be interested in. Everybody was a very big no.
Anybody here want to be a township auditor? We had to file a petition with the judge, and he called me asking who to appoint, and we don't really know
Wait,
him.
wait a minute, are you considering keeping the auditors?
Well, for right now, basically, no public accounting firm is willing to take on the matter.
What do you have to do?
I don't know.
How soon do you need an answer?
You probably, if I don't call the judge tomorrow, you'll probably call me on Monday.
Is this a temporary?
Why
Huh?
wasn't that brought up at the meeting? We adjourned the meeting and now we're having a ex parte meeting here.
It's not an ex parte meeting. I'm asking if anybody in the public wants to be a township
Well, that
auditor.
should have been discussed at the meeting, not after the meeting's adjourned.
It wasn't on the agenda.
What, I mean, what kind of an attorney are you? Really? Wow.
Are you going to yes at the next meeting?
What's that?
Is this something you can do at the next meeting?
Well, the judge has to appoint somebody. That's why, it's not a township business. It is the judge
It's
has
been advertised.
asked
nobody
for
responded.
somebody to appoint.
It's an elected position, it's not appointed by this township.
No, so basically, when there was a vacancy, the supervisors have so long to appoint somebody, they didn't, because they didn't have anybody.
Nobody
The
wanted to do
vacancy
it.
board has so long, they didn't, so then we have to petition the court, and then the court appoints somebody. Which then the judge called and asked me who to appoint, and that's why I'm just making a public plea if anybody wants to do it.
So could it be somebody that doesn't live in the township?
No, they have to be a resident of the
Has
township
to
for
be a
at least
resident.
1 year. So if you know anybody, email the name.
I mean, who's willing to do it. See, nobody wants to do it. It don't pay hardly anything.
Did they raise the
But it's a
amount?
start.
They did raise that.
For ones that are elected or appointed, but for the ones that's already on the board, they have to fill out their term at the old,
It's the same
Pay
as the
rate.
supervisors.
yeah.
That basically,
Okay, but
if they were
did
to-
raise the amount.
so whoever would get appointed at the new
At the
rate,
new
which
rate.
which is $18 an hour instead of 10,
18
right?
something.
Instead of 10.
What all is involved?
Going through these financials,
Basically, they go through
all the
and
bill
audit the
lists, everything, all
financials
the
for the
money,
year.
All the financials, all the receipts.
all the money.
We'll see if we can find somebody.
All right, thank you.
Good.
And you need an answer by Monday.
I'm sure he won't care
Hey, do
too
you
much
need
if
to
I tell him.
Okay, I wanna know something. How do they appoint somebody if nobody wants to do it?
Well, that's why he called me.
No.
So theoretically, we may have more time than that.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know what else he's gonna do,
Right.
quite honestly.
It's in his hands, correct?
Yeah.
The judge's hands.
Yeah, but he's basically,
We'll
Told me to
work
do.
on it. Thank you.
thank you.
Well, it's a start.
Yeah.
You have to do math, to be able to do math, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Pretty
think,
good at math.
I guess.
Or know how to use a calculator.
Got one of those too.
Any questions or comments from me? Off the record?
Why do we do this? Any of us?
What's the answer?
Put a sticker on the wall.
I just want to turn the.
Bang head here.